Now, were unpaid workers forced to sleep rough under London Bridge before helping out at the Diamond Jubilee celebrations? That is the accusation being made by the former Deputy Prime Minister Lord Prescott. He says the workers were bussed into the capital from other cities for Sunday's River pageant, where they were stewards controlling the crowds. He claims it could set the tone for staffing London's Olympics. More now from Simon Harris.
The Diamond Jubilee pageant was meant to be memorable. There was the sheer spectacle of 1,000 boats on the Thames, the splendour of the royal barge and the size of the crowd. But for one group of security staff, the abiding memory will be a night spent sleeping rough beneath London Bridge. They were working for a firm also involved in the Olympics. The stewards' ordeal began when they arrived in the early hours of the morning on a coach from the West Country. As if bedding down here wasn't bad enough, at the end of a 14-hour rain-soaked shift, they spent a second night at a campsite said to be like a swamp. Some of the stewards weren't even paid. They were on work experience. One of them, John, asked us to hide his identity.
When we got dropped off at London Bridge, we went underneath there and we got told this is where we're sleeping for the night. There was no toilets, no wash facilities, no privacy, nothing. We had to get changed in public.
The company, Close Protection UK, says the stewards should have been allowed to stay on their bus.
The buses arrived early at the venue, which was a meeting point, not an overnight rest stop. They were bussed down during the night and the buses came 2 hours early. We are very sorry about that and it should have been handled differently. But the bus drivers asked them to leave the buses.
I think we were used. I think we were abused as well in that way.
Lord Prescott, the former Deputy Prime Minister, called on the government to investigate.
Nobody showed any kind of competence in this case. They have an obligation under the contract to show duty and care. They didn't on this occasion. And is this the model for the coming Olympics?
During the Games, Close Protection UK will provide fire marshals. A London 2012 spokesman said, "We take the welfare of workers very seriously and we were assured during the tender process that appropriate accommodation will be provided." Downing Street described what happened at London Bridge as an isolated one-off. Simon Harris, London Tonight, London Bridge.